There are three components to the innovation plan, the strategy, and the smart grid aligns to all three. The first component is to ensure that we as a nation are investing in the building blocks of innovation. So in our first pillar of innovation, what occupies my time is how we would collaborate with the private sector to ensure that we have the right capabilities in the cybersecurity arena. The President's been absolutely clear that the success for our economic growth plan going forward will hinge in great deal on our ability to bring the principles of cybersecurity into the openness of the internet. I believe in the smart grid we have a unique opportunity to develop that strategy together in a collaborative manner. The second lever that the President had described in his remarks was that there are certain priorities where we are trying to catalyze innovation. And we've talked a great deal in the current political climate around healthcare. We've made a tremendous investment in the stimulus package towards healthcare information technology. And obviously you've heard a great deal about the work we're doing in the smart grid. And not only the smart grid, but a broader range of clean energy technologies. So in that regard, my particular interest is essentially the three layers of intervention that we have from the administration. One, making sure that the standards that we roll out are those that will promote innovation, not stifle it. Number two, that our R&D investment plans have a thoughtful portfolio approach that would allow for some component of them to be in the development and applied stage, so that we can actually demonstrate what's feasible. And then three, to ensure, just as I referenced in the $75 billion in government IT spend, that where we have procurement, that we have some thoughtful way of bringing innovation through procurement as opposed to a traditional model that has really a lot of the work, a lot of the money that we spend is for technologies that might have been introduced 5, 8, 10 years ago. So how do we carve out a component of it? And in particular, the use of prizes, competitions, and other tools to pull forward creative procurement strategies. So these three levers are my voice in the discussion of how we can realize the benefits of the smart grid, in particular how it aligns to the President's larger vision of catalyzing innovation for national priorities. The third pillar of the innovation strategy, as the President outlined yesterday, was to promote competitive markets that actually spur entrepreneurship. To the extent that the federal government is the repository of vast sums of information, to the extent that we could essentially make frictionless access to that information in a safe, secure way with respect to privacy, how might that spur new products, new markets, new services?